4 to the power of x minus 2 to the power of x equals 1. How are you going to do it? Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to rewrite the equation like having 2 to the power of 2 because of 4 there, then to the power of x minus 2 to the power of x then equals 1. Now, from here, the next thing I'm going to do here is that if you recall from the law of indices, when you have a to the power of b, then to the power of c, you know that you can write this as a to the power of c, then to the power of b. If you remember, so we are going to do the same thing here, trying to interchange the power x and 2. Now, moving on, so we are going to have what? We're going to have this. So we are going to have 2 now. X will come inside, and we have what? We have the power 2 outside. Then minus 2 to the power of x then equals 1. Now from here, we can see now that we have something common here. We have 2 to the power of x here. We have 2 to the power of x here, which means we can replace them by a particular variable. All right. So now what we're going to do, we now said let's y equals 2 to the power of x. Oh, mind you, this 2 to the power of x is a number that can never be 0, so it has to be greater than 0. So therefore, the value of y we are going to get, you can see the reason why I'm saying. So I'm trying to tell you that here you have to take note. The value of x, or the value of 2 to the power of x or y we are going to get must be the one, or the one that we are going to be considered will be the one that is greater than 0. Good. So we're going to have what? We're going to have this. Now, anywhere we see 2 to the power of x, we replace it by y. We have y squared minus y. Now, I will transpose this one to the left hand side. I'm going to be having this. So now from here, the next thing we're going to do, looking at this, we cannot use factorization method. What we need to do is that we use the quadratic formula, and let's compare this equation with equation of quadratic. This is general quadratic equation equals 0. So now using this, we're going to what? We're going to replace, compare the coefficient of y squared, y, and the constant term. So we're going to have what? We're going to have this to be a will be 1, b will be what? B will be minus 1, and c, which is the constant term, will be minus 1. So now from there we move on. So we are going to have what? We're going to have this to be recall the from using a quadratic method is what? Is y equals plus y equals minus b plus or minus, then the square root of what? B squared minus 4ac, then all divided by 2a. Remember? So now let's plug in all these values, all this one here. Let's plug them into the main equation. Are you getting it? So doing that, we're going to have y equals, what is my b? My b minus 1, then plus or minus the square root of b squared minus, what is my b squared? My b squared is minus 1 squared. Okay, minus 4 times, what is a? A is 1 times c is minus 1, all divided by 2 times, what is a? 1. Okay, so 1 like this. So now from there, so we're going to have y equals minus times minus, that will be plus or minus the square root of this will be 1, because minus 1 square will give us 1, then minus times minus will give us plus, then 4 times 1 times 1, we're going to have 4, then all divided by what? 2 times the 1 is what? The 1, or the a is what? A is 1. So we have a to be what? We have a to be 1. All right, so moving on, we're going to have y equals 1 plus or minus the square root of what? Of 5 divided by 2. All right, so now from there, since we have plus and minus, So it means that we are going to be having two values of what? Two values of y. So we're going to have y equals 1 plus, considering the positive sign first, root what? Root 5 divided by 2. And this is what? This is the value of y that is greater than 0. This is what, the one we are going to consider. Then y will be equals to 1 minus the square root of what? Of 5 divided by what? Divided by 2, which this one is less than 0, which is negative. So now we are going to consider this, okay? Then we discard this. We are not going to use the one with negative. Now, but don't forget that the value we are looking for is not what? It's not y. We are looking for the value of x, because that is our main variable. So now we need to recall. We go back to where we did introduction, that is substitution here, where we have y equals 2 to the power of x, this place here. So we need to recall. Then let's take it back to where we're coming from. So now here you have y equals 2 to the power of x. So we need to recall. Okay, y equals 2 to the power of x. And for y greater than what? For y greater than 0. So therefore we are going to pick, we're going to have 2 to the power of x. We're going to have 2 to the power of x equals 1 minus, or 1 plus square root of what? 5 divided by what? Divided by 2. Alright. So now to get the value of x, we need to introduce logarithm to the both sides. But the logarithm, and with respect to, we're going to be considering the logarithm with respect to base 2 because of the 2 that we have here. Understood? So now this is what you're going to do. Introduce logarithm with what? Base 2. Base 2. Then 2 to the power of x equals log base 2 into brackets 1 plus root 5. Then all over what? All over 2. Okay, so now from there we're going to have, you see that the x will come down, because from the log of this is where you have log a to the power of b. So b will come, you have log what? Log a. So that's what we're going to use in the left hand side. So we're going to have what? X will come down, we have x log base 2 2, then equals log of base 2, then 1 plus root 5. All right, then divided by 2. Understood? So here, this will cancel, that is, will give us 1. So we're going to have what? We're going to have the value of x is going to be log base 2, then 1 plus root 5, then divided by what? Divided by 2. And that's the solution, the actual solution. But you can use your calculator to get the approximated value. But the actual value without any approximation is this. And that's where we are going to stop. So if you are just watching our video for the first time, consider subscribing today. Hit on the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime you're uploading new content. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.